What's up, YouTube? So I'm back with another video regarding relationships. Today, topic of the day is gonna be, why do studs date bisexual girls? I know a lot of people might be blowing at my head for this, but I feel like I dated both sex before. When I say both sex, meaning like lesbians, bisexuals. I haven't done a pansexual because no offense, I just haven't engaged in that, and that's not my cup of tea. So to each his own. No shade, all love. We all under the same rainbow. But we're gonna dive in on why do studs date bisexual girls, okay? Yeah, so like, why do studs date bisexual girls? I mean, it's a lot of reasons. I mean, from experience, and I'm not speaking for anybody else but experience. I've experienced, in a sense, kind of a better relationship a little bit and more understanding when it came to bisexual girls. I guess because I'm super masculine, but at the same time I'm feminine at the same time. But to go in a little bit deeper, first off, I always respect anyone's wishes, whether they're bisexual or lesbian. I treat them with the same respect. I never try to belittle anyone because of them liking both sex. I just ask for honesty, because dealing with a bisexual girl can go real left or real good. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, they are interactive with men, and not every man, well, not everybody is honest and, you know what I'm saying, protect themselves. And when I say, I mean wear condoms and so on and so forth. So it's like you being a stud and messing with a bisexual woman can be very risky. But like I said, if they're being honest about what they're doing and so on and so forth. And I've always dated females that, what I would say, if they're dating a female at a time, they're dating a female when it comes to bisexuals. But for me, I feel like even when I thought somebody was a lesbian, there's like always some weird stuff behind it. So like, depending on, I haven't, like, it's it's rare that I come across like a full-blown lesbian like myself that's just straight into females and females only, especially when it comes to the feminine aspect. Because what I've experienced is some lesbians that say, oh, they're lesbians, they're all for girls and so on and so forth. And then, the ugly truth comes out, oh, they dated a boy and this, that, and the third. And I myself have dated guys before. Like, it's not like, oh, I've been, like I'm hiding or anything like that. But when I was younger, like say around 14, 15, I had a boyfriend or whatever. And it wasn't really more so of something that I'm like, yeah, I was more for the females always, but the only reason why I tried it out is because being Jamaican and so on and so forth, it's a lot of stuff that's being pushed on you and you feel like you're doing this wrong. So by, being my background and so on and so forth, I did try the boys pool. I did not like it. It was a weird experience for me. So I was just like, I'm gonna just stick where I'm at. And if anybody like it, they like it. If they don't, that's their business. But I've been a lesbian ever since, and even before that, I was always into females. It was never a situation where I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna try boys just because. No, my first was with a female. I definitely went full force with a female, so it was like dealing with that, and those experiences kind of showed me a lot about myself. And it also made me not care what other people think, because I'm not going to keep on putting myself in a awkward situation just to please everybody else. And like a lot of studs be like, oh yeah, they never did that. To each his own. But this is my story and we gonna dive into it. So what is dating a bisexual female like? Okay, so I've dated a couple bisexual females, and I would say from experience, I would say they're much more understanding when it comes to the feminine aspect and also the masculine aspect. So it's like understanding you on a like either y'all going through something, like say if it's an argument and so on and so forth. Like the girls that I dealt with, you feel me? Like I've dealt with, all right, for example, my first bisexual girl that I messed with, she was like super straight. And I would never say people's name because at the end of the day, I have respect for them. They have respect for me. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, so on and so forth. But I was in school, and back in high school, I dated this girl, and she was like super popular or whatever. I was super popular, but she like super popular, like her dating a girl no one would ever guessed it, right? Because she was always for the sausage team. But when she came across me, it was just like, I guess it was something about me that kind of drew her attention. And, you know, like we was in a class together, and I would say very inappropriate things to her. And I guess my boldness was just like, how dare you? But really, like, you know, it was kind of intriguing to her. So we ended up like, I said what I said. I'm not going to repeat it just for, you know, content purposes. But I said what I said to her, and the next couple of days, she kind of like gave me her information, and we were like talking. And it wasn't supposed to become a serious thing, but we ended up really liking each other. Of course, you know, her dealing with dudes was also an issue as well, but we didn't expect for us to really like each other the way we did after, you know, us flirting and playing around in school. So we ended up dating for about, I'll say about a good 4 years or 5 years. I'm not too sure. I think it was 4 years, because we were on and off throughout high school, and like we will argue, we will do all this, like, and it's to the point where she knew that she was feeling me on a different type of level, and she never experienced girls. Like, yes, she would play around with her friends. You know how girls be, they be fake kissing their friends and so on and so forth, but it never got to something where she's like, oh, I'm gonna lay down and do whatever with a female, until she met me. So of course, she was still dibble-dabbling with guys, but it was never a situation where she put me at risk. You feel me? And I respected her for that. You feel me? But overall, it still didn't make it right that she was making the choices that she was making. You know what I'm saying? And overall, what I said, one thing I could definitely say, that relationship was a really cool one for me, because like out of everything, I could definitely say that our only problem was her cheating. Like, and it's like, it's to the point where, I know if she ever see this, she probably laugh, but it was to the point where it's like I approached her about the cheating, because we used to bicker, we used to go back and forth. Like, she would cheat, then I would cheat. She would cheat, then I would cheat. But I would cheat worse. Like, I'll cheat with some girl that I know she know that I'm messing with type situation, and she'd be like, oh hell no, I can't believe it. But it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It was to the point where one day I had a basketball game, and both of them came to the basketball game. She came there with her group of friends, and then the girl that I was messing with is like, say it's halftime, and we went upstairs. Like, the girl that I was playing around with, after I found out she was cheating on me, the girl number 2, me and her went upstairs, and then like, you know, whatever happened, and then we came back downstairs. Then her friends decided to tell her like, oh yeah, this and this person went upstairs with Blake. So she like, what type situation? So she's like, you know, she did, but she pretty as hell. So it's like, they both pretty, don't get me wrong. They're both pretty, but one have more sex appeal than the other. So she just was one of those like, this is my scenery and you can't play with me type of situation. So, you know, she played it cool or whatever, but they was looking at each other from like, you know, the bleachers and so on and so forth. After that, me and her got into a fight. We argued, ended up going home with her. And of course, a couple weeks later, she cheated again. So it was just like a back and forth tit for tat type of situation. But overall, beside of the cheating, she always made sure I was good. She always made sure I ate. She cared about my mental health, like all that. Like, she was just super like attentive, but that never crossed out the fact that shorty was cheating, okay? And one day I actually got tired of it, and I just like sat her down, because she traveled a lot. Background a little bit, like, her family's in the industry, you feel me? And so she used to travel a lot. And one time she traveled to Jamaica, and when she came back from Jamaica, one of her friends had got out of jail. Like, she was in jail for mad long, and they was all chilling at the crib, you know, just kind of catching up, and which is not a problem, never a problem or whatever. And like, her friend and her and they all decided to go out, and like I was hanging out in the bedroom, because I personally feel like whenever you with your person and they with their friends, that's not a part you should be playing, especially when it comes to like studs and like female feminine girls. Like that's what I mean. Like, you should give them their space. That's how I feel. But like, long story short, basically they went outside, and while they was outside, something said to me, like, my gut was just like, yo, go look at the computer. So I went out there, took the computer up, and when I went on the computer, she had her Facebook open. So I decided to look at her Facebook, and I see that she had some dude from Jamaica. He was talking about, oh, he missed her, da-da-da-da, like, just mad stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then she came back. I left everything open. So, like, I think, if I remember this correctly, I think her friends had left. And then she came into the room and she sat with me. And then I guess she felt like, of course, you know, she read what I read. So it was like, I didn't even want to read the whole thing. I just seen a couple things and I already knew what it was, type situation. So I was like, you really violated, because like, I can't even trust you. I can't trust you here. I can't trust you to fly out. Like, what's up with you, type situation. And she's like, I don't know. Like, and she really, like, that's why I said these Libras, I ain't gonna lie. If y'all dating a Libra, I ain't gonna lie. Just cut it up. You feel me? But she turned to me and she just started crying. She was like, not she crying. Not that time she started crying. She was just like, I don't know. Like, she's like, nothing happened, da-da-da. And I'm like, how am I supposed to believe you, type situation? Like, you got somebody, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever. And, you know? So then, like, the next scenario, it was an actual stud. So now I'm pressed. I'm heated. Like, I'm heated. Okay? Like, heated. Because I'm supposed to be the only stud. It's one thing when you cheating over there with the sex that I know you usually mess with, but it's a next situation when you bring another stud in it, because I'm supposed to be the only stud that you messing with. So that night, I actually really broke up with her for real. Like, I was like, I'm done with you. She cried. She was like, I don't know why I keep doing this. I remember this like it was yesterday. This girl, she was like, I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't know if I have a problem. I'm like, you damn sure have a problem, because why do you keep cheating? And it's like, at this point, I'm not even doing the tick for tat anymore. It's just straight, like, girl, what's wrong with you type situation. Like, get it together. Like, you know? So then, you know, she apologized, and, you know, we cried. Well, not we, she cried or whatever. And I was just like, I'm not doing this no more. Like, yeah, we was around each other, but I got tired of it. And I ended up leaving her. And we were still, like, around each other. Like, she was still coming to my house. She was still staying in my house. And then, like, one day I just got tired of it for real. And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to keep doing this. I stopped coming home. I stopped, you know what I'm saying, do what I usually do. And one day she was just like, okay, I guess she's not coming back home. So she packed her stuff and she, you know, she went home and so on and so forth. And then she was just like, she wrote me one day and she was just like, you know, hey, you know, did you ever, you know, took someone serious, or when those, oh no, she asked me that those days that you were leaving, were you messing with somebody? And I told her straight up, yeah. And she hung up the phone on me. Because she always had an idea that I was doing stuff. I never clarified it. You feel me? And then the fact that I clarified it, it was just more so, I guess it was a hurting aspect for her. So she was just like, nah, I'm good on you. Like, she was mad. She was really mad. You feel me? But we understand. It hurt. You feel me? It is what it is. You feel me? But like, sis, you can't be out here dogging people and not thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? Something's going to come back your way. So like, after that experience, there was no love lost, because when I say no love lost, meaning like I respected her, because at the end of the day, I know who I'm dealing with. This is somebody that's not fully blown a lesbian. And of course, she's like still into dudes or whatever. So I know she would have been attracted to dudes at some point. And you know what I'm saying? Things will happen. But overall, when it came to the relationship, I felt like, I felt like it was very wholesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was very giving. Like, she did a lot of things for me, you feel me, as a person, being in a relationship with another person. And it's like, it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen a different side of her. She seen a different side of me. And I'm not saying that even though she was cheating, it wasn't always bad, you know what I'm saying, bad blood. But at some point, you had to, like, be like, all right, you got to call it quits. Because if you keep disrespecting me on that level, yeah, you keep the home healthy and happy, but you cheating was like a very traumatic thing, and I didn't see it at the time, you know. But after that experience, I had another experience with a bisexual girl, and it's really a cool one. I don't want to say too much about it right now, but so far it's been very positive. I ain't gonna lie. And for her to be, this is somebody else I'm talking about, by the way, someone more present, but for her to be, like, everybody made their mistakes, but she haven't done anything like that. I would just say she has like a little attitude from time to time. I call her my ladybug, you know, but yeah, she very wholesome. She got me back into church. I don't want to say too much, but so far so good. Yeah, so far so good, but I don't really know what to say. Like, she really surprised me on a lot. Because we wasn't like, all right. For example, I met her. I'm not gonna tell y'all why I met her, but I met her at this like professional setting, and we wasn't even trying to do that at all. Like, she was cool. She go to a HBCU, and she wasn't even into girls. Like, she just found my energy, I guess, attractive, and I guess she always thought about dealing with girls, but she never actually act on it. But I feel like since we've been kicking it, it's been like super cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Right now we at a little distance, like we long distance right now. But I could definitely say it's super cool. Like, I don't want to say too much, but it's super cool. I don't know what to say, guys. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? But for this type of, I would expect this from an actual lesbian. But like I said, to each his own, because sometimes girls be lesbian, they still be interested in dudes. So it's like, for me, it's just more so of the person. And for her, what I see is like, she's very wholesome. She's very honest. She loves to take accountability for when she is wrong. I don't know. It's just, I don't want to say it's perfect, because I do not like perfect. But I can definitely say, like, it's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Out of everything that I've experienced and dealt with, like, she's doing the thing. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? Like, and that's why I say, like, when it comes to like dating bisexual girls, or girls, period, I feel like it's who you dealt with, because their background, like from what they come from, and like how their mindset is, you know what I'm saying? All that speaks values, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't know what to say. Like, I know she probably gonna watch this, but what I would definitely say is, whether bisexual or lesbian, I feel like how bisexuals have an upper hand over actual lesbian girls is because they understand the masculine part more. And like, every girl can be petty at sometimes, but not petty to the point where it hurts your partner. And I feel like that's where a lot of girls get it mixed up at. Like, it's one thing when you, like, you know you wrong, and then it's like, damn, like, I know I'm wrong, but babe, let me kind of explain myself. Let me learn from this. And that's something we both share, because like we go through things, like even though we've been just kicking it for a little bit, we go through things, and then it's like, I'll be like, babe, you hurt my feelings, or babe, I felt like you was wrong in this. And she would just be like, sometimes she throw a little tantrum, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I love to call her Trevor, because I don't know if y'all play GTA, but Trevor be a little crazy sometimes from GTA. So it's like, she be acting like whenever she knows she wrong and I'm telling her something that she knows she did, she will make this noise that Trevor makes from GTA. So I'd be like, stop it, Trevor. And she'd be like, why are you calling me that? So after I explained it to her, she just find it so funny. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can both communicate and tell each other like, okay, babe, you was wrong on that. Or, okay, babe, you're being too aggressive. Or, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes she would tell me like, babe, I don't like when you talk to me a certain way. Or, and I'm not saying like I'm calling her out a name or anything like that. But like sometimes I could be very stern. And because I baby her so much, she'd be like, babe, I don't like you talking to me stern. Like, even when you're not yelling at me, I feel like you yelling at me. And I just be like, that's because I baby your ass too much. You feel me? But overall, out of all my relationships, I could definitely say this is one where I can, like, see in the long run. Like, when I say see in the long run, like, literally see in the long run with. You feel me? And I just keep praying for, like, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, better every day, and for me to better myself as well, because like nobody's never perfect, but I feel like this is perfect, you know. Yeah, I feel like this is perfect, and it's super cool. It's super refreshing. Yeah. But when it comes to like bisexual girls overall, like I know y'all lesbians be mad, but it's not, I would not say every lesbian is the same way, but it be the frauds that be messing it up for everybody. And I feel like as long as somebody understands you and respect you, I feel like y'all could go a long way. Either whether it's a bisexual girl, straight girl, or just a lesbian, like it doesn't matter. Everybody there's somebody out there for everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like you just find your person when it's the perfect timing. And then it's something that I definitely do recognize throughout my journey is also that it's a time that you're not looking for nothing, because I damn sure wasn't looking for nothing, and she wasn't looking for nothing either. But like our vibe was just super, like, it was just like magnet. Like I was saying something, she was saying something, and I was teaching her about something, she was teaching me about something. So it's just like, oh, you cool, like, you know what I'm saying? And then like I made a comment that I was like, your boyfriend probably be mad at you or something like that. And she was like, ew, like boys disgust me. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm sick of them, like they get on my nerves type situation. So I was like, so you in the girls' pond? Like, you know, that's what I was saying to myself, but I didn't want to like overstep my boundaries. But I told her my background, and she was just like, oh, you Jamaican, like, oh, that's cute. Like, I never dealt with a Jamaican. I was just like, you know. So we just started, we went out on a little date or whatever. And to be honest, this is the first girl that I actually went on a date with that wasn't trying to come to my house. That right there was a big plus, because yeah, we was cool or whatever. She thought I was gonna try to kidnap her or some shit like that, because she's like, at the end of the day, we strangers. And I'm like, girl, at the end of the day, you might try to kidnap me, you might try to set me up. We don't know who you is, if we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like vice versa. Like, yeah, I could hold my own, but at the end of the day, like, sis, you could be anybody, you feel me? And that's how we both was, but more so her than me, because she's not from where I stay at, and you know, she's from a different part of the world. And I was just like, that's cool. I never interacted with somebody like that. And then also, like, our race is different, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not super different, but she's like a little Caucasian with, you know, some black in her, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I never, you know what I'm saying, really bonded with that. And then like when sometimes we talk about when it comes to like the way we was growing up, she she had both her parents, you know what I'm saying, throughout, you know, a certain part of her life. And, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the way she was raised is different. You know what I'm saying? She's very nurturing and I'm nurturing. So it's like, I feel like our lifestyle complements each other, because I'm a little rough and she's like super like soft, but she can be rough if she have to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just be teaching her stuff and she be teaching me stuff, and I feel like it's cute. It's cute. And I pray that this goes a long way. And if y'all wondering what happened to my finger, that's another story. We can talk about that another day. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give 1 to the bisexual girls. And like, nothing against lesbians, but some of y'all be frauds and y'all be messing up for the actual lesbians, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I feel like studs be dating bisexual girls. It's not because we be want to, you know, put it on them and be nasty and all that. I mean, that is a part of it. That is a part of it, because, you know what I'm saying? But overall, when it comes to like long term, it's very wholesome. You feel me? I feel like it can be wholesome depending on the person you're with, whether it's gay or straight. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if the person want to be with you, they'll stop doing what they doing. You feel me? If they cherish you in that aspect, they'll respect you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like if you come with respect, you get respect. You know, but that's it for today, y'all. Y'all comment, like, subscribe. Thank you for the people that definitely did subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm actually looking on doing some collabs with some of the people that do subscribe on my actual channel there. And I feel like if we all help each other grow, we can definitely just be successful in this YouTube world. You know what I'm saying? No hate, no shade to nobody. Please do not take any offense to this video. It's just me speaking my mind, because I see it a lot. Like, a lot of girls be saying like, oh, us studs love bisexuals, and that's why we be getting our feelings hurt when they run back to men. You feel me? I don't feel like that's really what it is. I feel like it's more so on everything that I spoke about in my video. But definitely tune in. Definitely leave me some comments on below. You feel me? Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Give me some feedback and so on and so forth. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.